Or Hall of Fame immediately.
I mean, if he don't get like hurt,
No, he's for sure Hall of Fame after this. He has to be MVP and the championship and scoring titles.
Like I said,
he's MVP. He has to be in the Hall of Fame immediately.
If he don't get hurt, yeah.
No, even if he doesn't.
Bro, he's played 5 years.
Why is this? No, Shai's been for 7 years.
7. Yeah.
Damn, he's that old.
Even if
he started when he was 19.
He started in 2018.
That's what's so crazy. That's why he played 7 years, bro, and he's only 26.
He's about to come up on his second extension. Shows you how long he's been in the league.
Yo,
yeah.
but even okay,
7 years and he's 26. This is crazy.
But let's put it in perspective though. Even if he doesn't win, if he doesn't play another game, why is his career not greater than Tracy McGrady's?
What do you mean?
I don't know if you could put him in a Hall of Fame.
Tracy McGrady's a Hall of Fame.
You have to play more than like.
But Tracy McGrady's a Hall of Fame.
You have to play more than 7 years.
But he's got more accolades than Tracy, and he has.
I understand what you're saying.
I get what you're saying, but you have to play more than 7 years, bro.
He has an MVP, scoring title.
I don't think your.
It's not football. You got to play more than 7 years.
Basketball is the MVP.
Longevity
not
counts a
MVP.
little
The
bit.
Hall of Fame is not based on your accolades, because there's a lot of dudes that got.
Brandon Roy should be in the Hall of Fame.
Is Robert Horry in the Is Robert Horry in the which color?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think
Robert Horry got like 11
He
rings.
might be like in like the basketball Hall of Fame.
I'm just talking about like accolades.
Like
accolades don't matter. It's about what your body of work that you do in this league.
That's what I'm saying.
So he's still got a lot more to do. He's done a lot at a very early age. In 7 years, he has. Don't get me wrong, but you got to think about it. We really only been talking about SGA for like the last 3 years.
But his resume is a Hall of Fame resume. If you stopped it today,
y'all
gonna tell me it's not a Hall of Fame resume?
Your resume. That's your resume. That's your resume. That's not the resume.
What writers gonna look at, bro?
That's what you got to say.
He played 3 more years. He's in the Hall of Fame,
bro.
He played 10 years. He's in the Hall of Fame.
If you have an MVP, you should automatically be in the Hall of Fame.
Derrick Rose.
We gonna argue?
I do.
Derrick Rose should be in the Hall of Fame for sure.
But it hasn't happened.
That's crazy.
And it's not.
But he just retired this year.
I'm saying it hasn't happened.
Is Derrick Rose not a Hall of Famer?
Derrick Rose is my
I didn't
favorite
say
player,
that.
bro. I'm
I
telling you
love
that.
D-Rose.
But
He gonna make a Hall of Fame.
Being legit, like he only got 3 All-Stars.
If you're an MVP, you're gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
He's gonna be like the first MVP to not
He's gonna
make
probably
it.
like a third or fourth ballot. He's not gonna be first ballot.
But it doesn't matter if you make Vince Carter was never MVP.
He should still be in the Hall of Fame because of his longevity, though.
He is in the Hall of Fame.
But that's part.
Oh, yeah,
of
Vince
it.
Carter is in the
That's
Hall
kind
of
of part
Fame.
of
Yeah.
it.
he was in the Hall of Fame, but he was never MVP though.
Chat.
He was never the best
He
player
was
in the
never
league.
MVP, so that's what I'm saying. It don't
He was
matter
really
about
never
the
like
MVP.
top.
but
He was
The
never
MVP
like
stuff
top
don't
2,
matter.
top 3 player in the league.
Yes, he was.
Is Vince
He was
Carter
top 3 in the
2?
league. He was top 3 in the league at one point.
Who?
What year?
Vince.
What year?
Wasn't it wasn't like
He was
2001?
He was the most explosive.
In 2001,
most
wasn't it probably Shaq,
No.
Kobe, then him?
AI.
He was the most
Who would
exciting.
see
Oh, that's
MVP?
AI. He was probably top 5. He was probably top
That's what
5.
sounds like nigga.
He was probably top
AI,
5.
Kevin
Yeah.
Garnett. You got all these dudes that
But
were still in the league.
Vince is
bro.
right there too.
But it's like Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter was
Duncan?
never the
Hold
top
up,
3 player in
you're-
Tim
baseball.
Duncan. All these
You're
dudes
not
are still
gonna
in the
put
league.
Vince
He
up
had
there with them?
longevity and
Huh?
shit.
He wasn't
won
with them in
championships.
those Raptors when he made the Eastern Conference Finals with the Raptors?
I'm listening. I'm not. Vince is my guy. That's big bro. But I'm just saying though, you talking about like he was one of the he was the most exciting player to watch back then. Not to say he was one of the top players.
Like who's the most exciting
nobody's
player?
going to vote that.
He averaged 28, 6, and 4.
And that's
And
cool.
2 steals in one
But-
block.
but
That's
we-
top.
but
That's
we
top
named-
5 player in the league.
Oh, you said top 5. I said he was never.
No, you're right. I said top 3, no, but top 5 for sure. He was top 5 in 2001.
Yeah, cool.
What, in 2001.
Yeah.
And then I want you to go back and look at the All-Star game that year.
All right, let me go look at it. But anyway,
All I'm gonna
Look at
say
the
is
All-Star
this
game
though.
that year. And I want you to name. I want you to see that list, and then come back and say that. I'm just saying, look at that.
no,
list.
you're right. I know the list. There's KG, there's AI, there's Tim, there's Kobe, there's Shaq. But he's right there with all
You
of them.
just named 5 people
And
right there.
was he
But-
better?
but-
I don't think he was better than Tim either.
He might have been that 1 year though. That's what I'm saying. His numbers and stuff. He went to Eastern Conference Finals that year. He might have been better that 1 year.
Listen, Vince was a hell of a player, bro. I'm not taking none of that from it. Like Vince, like I said, that's big bro.
Shit,
it's like
Jerry
he was the
Stackhouse
most-
averaged 30 points that year
And
too.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
what I'm telling you, bro.
But it's my thing, right? Who also one of the most exciting players for me to ever watch? I wouldn't consider him ever being in a top 3 player in the league, even as Kyrie Irving. And he's like my favorite player. But it's being legit. Like
That's true.
He's never been like the best player in the league.
Let me put it this
Penny
way.
Hardaway.
Let me put it this way.
I think
If you look at it, with like this, SGA has done pretty much everything this year. It's about it, right?
Yeah.
He's done everything other than play elite defense.
I don't. He's gotten
not
all
bad
his
at defense at all.
accolades. He's gotten all his accolades and all that shit this year. And you give credit to where credit's due. He fucking dominated the year. His team was really fucking good. He was really fucking good. But let's say a motherfucker comes from overseas, has one good year, and motherfucker end up winning MVP, the championship and the Finals MVP. Is he a Hall of Famer because he came here 1 year?
By your description, he will be.
Y'all disrespectful because he has 3 first teams, 3 All-Stars. He's a scoring champ. We not acting like this is only one good year.
But that's still just 3 good years.
Three
No,
first,
hey, listen,
three All NBA first teams.
Ever since he hit OKC, he has taken his
Guys,
game to another level.
what I'm trying to
It's
say,
like
y'all,
Harden.
There's 3 all.
As soon as Harden hit Houston, he became like Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
I get what you guys are
But
saying.
he needed to do that for some
But
years.
what I'm
for us to be
asking
like,
you is
yeah.
that 3 NBA All First teams and 1 MVP.
Is Manu Ginobili
Hell yeah, Manu's a Hall of Famer. Hell yeah.
Manu is in the Hall of Fame, is he not?
He's in the Hall of Fame yet?
Yes.
I think so.
I'm pretty
He
sure he's
is?
in the Hall of Fame. I'm
I
pretty
haven't
sure he's in
seen
the
it.
Hall of
He's in there, right?
But what
Yeah.
I'm saying to you,
Fame. Tatum's been better longer.
Tatum don't have an MVP.
Tatum's been better. But he's been better longer.
So you
though.
think Tatum ain't
No,
a Hall of
Tatum's a
Famer?
Hall of Famer today. He is.
okay.
But I'm saying,
But he's done it for like 7 years.
but
so
what
not
I'm
3.
no, Tatum's drafted 2016, so he's done it for more.
That's
You're
what I'm
right.
saying. That's what I'm
but
saying.
what I'm saying to you is that if you have an MVP, that means you were the best player theoretically in the league for at least 1 year. That's Hall of Fame
I'm gonna give it a
credentials.
buck. I'm gonna give it a buck now. I'm kind of with home. If you win MVP, you're a Hall of Famer.
Because you were the best player in the league, at least for 1
beat-
year.
You're better than Brian. You're better than Steph. Better than KD. Better than Jokic. As far as what the
debatable.
argument is, our argument that is debatable. Like I said, I thought Jokic was the fucking MVP. But
the MVP.
if I'm gonna go out there and put it on a limb, he won it. In my opinion, he is a Hall of Famer. He's done enough.
He
The
is
nigga
one of the-
got.
I'm
I
not saying
didn't.
he's not going
I didn't
to
know
be.
he had 3 first teams. He got 3 first teams. Yeah, you're a Hall of Famer.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. His resume already speaks enough for it. That's all I'm saying. You're right, Cam. He does have to do more. But
I will say this:
if his
I
career
agree
stopped
with you.
today,
The 3 first teams. I thought he might have 3 NBA selections. I know he had 3
nah,
first.
he's been 3 back-to-back, 2023,
Yeah,
2024,
that does change it.
2025.
'Cause it's like in baseball. If you win 3
That's
back
3
to
years
back
in a row?
Yeah.
in baseball, if you win 3 straight Silver Sluggers or 3 Gold Gloves, you're probably gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
Bro,
Baseball.
we ain't talking about all-stars where you're voting. Huh?
You sure it's 3 years in a row?
Yeah, I'm
Doesn't
looking at it right
It doesn't
now.
seem like he's been 3 first teams.
It
Yeah,
sound
bro.
like, it sound
In
like 2
23,
years.
he was cooking, bro.
Last year, I know he was for sure.
I know
Last year
that,
he
but
was.
like
Last
3
year for
first
sure.
teams,
I don't know about
I'm
the year
like,
before.
Remember the
3
year
first
before
teams?
is when he took the team to the play-in, and he was carrying them.
But they got
like
you
30.
3. They got him a first team.
He was
What was his
hooping.
stats that year? What was his stats that year?
I'll give you guys the stats, but remember who was on
Nah,
the
check that. Nah, check that.
think
We
I
gotta
like,
check
But that
that.
don't
I think
sound.
it's-
3
I think-
first teams is nuts.
He averaged
I think it's
31,
2.
5, and 6.
3
that
2 years
year?
ago?
Yes, I've been telling you he's been cooking.
Yo, he's been averaging 30
Hold on, bro.
for 3
Wait.
years straight.
No,
been averaging
that
30
that
something
team-
for
Hey, hold on,
straight.
they gave that shit to Embiid 3 years ago.
Yeah,
It should have been Jokic.
bro,
and him.
he was 31.
No, who
it was
won
him and
last year?
Luca.
It should have been Luka. I'm tripping.
No,
I'm tripping.
Luca was first team that
It
year.
should have been
I think.
Luka.
Luka and him were first team that year.
It should have been Luka. Luka should have MVP by now, bro.
But anyways,
that's
my
who they
point
really
to y'all
on.
is he's been cooking. He's
He had
averaged,
averaged 32.
He's averaged
and 9 and
33
9
years in a row.
and didn't
You're
win.
you guys gonna tell me that's not Hall of Fame stats? 33
I
years
never
in
said
a
he
row.
wasn't a famer.
That's all I'm saying.
No,
right now, if it stopped.
Look, that's what I said.
I've never
Once
said
you
he
said the
was
first
either.
teams, I agree with you. I didn't know he was 3 first. I thought he might have had just
making
3, like
debates about other
maybe a
people.
3rd team or 2nd team in there.
Even if you have 3 All NBA teams, you should be a Hall of Famer.
Debatable.
Debatable, but that's what I believe.
You should be on a ballot. I'll give you that. You should be on a ballot.
You should be on this. At least you should at least be on the
You
ballot.
should be at least on the ballot. Yeah, but you
I
have
was
3
just
first
making a
teams, yeah, you
point.
get in that.
I never said he wasn't a Hall of Famer. I was just making a point that
I just said yeah.
the accolades don't matter in some situations because some guys don't have the accolades that he have, and they're Hall of Famers.
But you're right,
right
though.
now.
If he just,
But you're right. But the fact that he has the accolades is what propels him. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
my point
All right,
was
so
if
let
he
me-
just averages
let's put it this
25
way.
for 3 more years, he would be in the Hall of Fame. That's my point.
Hey,
That's all I'm
these are
saying.
2 different players, and Shai for sure is on a different level. Well, yeah, he's on a different level.
Who's the name?
Pascal Siakam. If he won last night and got Finals MVP, is he a Hall of Famer?
Absolutely.
If he continues another 3 years putting up stats, I agree. He's probably a Hall of Famer.
So
He needs to do a little bit more.
that just
2
contradicted
NBA
what you
finals?
said.
You bring 2 NBA finals to teams that never had them shits before.
But he doesn't have a
And
Finals MVP. He don't have the individual accolades like these other
He would
guys.
have had
That's
it.
what I'm
He would have
saying.
won a Finals MVP though. If they
But does Pascal? How many first teams does Pascal have?
You don't need
I'm
to
not
know.
debating my own point, Theo. I'm saying the accolades is what adds to it with the team success. Pascal's at the team success.
Is Draymond a Hall of Famer?
Hell yeah, Draymond's a Hall of Famer, defensive
Okay.
player of the year.
All right.
He got depoys.
But Pascal,
He got depoy.
I know that, but Pascal hasn't done what he's done. You can't put everybody.
That's
in
true.
the Hall
No,
of
but
Fame,
that's
man.
what I'm saying to you. I would need
I
to see
agree.
another. I would need to see another 3 to 5 years of really elite level basketball from Pascal.
I don't care about that. You can't put everybody in
He got-
the Hall of Fame.
No, Pascal, you got to talk about. He got 1 second team, 1 third team, and 3 All-Star selections. You
He has to be on the ballot.
you got to talk. You got to talk about it at least.
He has
If
a
doesn't
second
have 3
team
good
all-
years. He has a
He has a
second
sex team All NBA.
You got to
He
talk
averaged
about
like
it.
26 one
I'm sorry,
year.
you got to talk about it.
You talking about in Toronto?
Yes.
Yeah, you got to talk
I
about
think
it.
the year after they won a championship.
In 2020, he was really good.
Really good. Yeah.
No, he was the man when Kawhi left. Yeah.
You got to talk about it at least. That's
And
all. That's
and
all.
he was the surefire.
But
number
I'm
two
not
when he
here.
was there.
I'm not here saying he's guaranteed Hall of Fame. I'm saying you got to talk about it, but I got to see a little bit more from Pascal.
just said he should be on the ballot.
Who's not Hall of Famers?
There's a lot of niggas who not Hall of Famers.
I think if you have all NBA teams, you're in the conversation. That's all I'm saying. So if he has a couple more and he
'Cause you
plays a
gotta
couple, if he plays 5 more years, averaging 20 and 10, are you guys not going to say that's or 20 and 9, 20 and 9? You're not going to say
No,
that's
if
Hall
he
of
don't
Fame.
win, if he don't win a championship, he ain't
Is Chris Webber in the Hall of Fame?
Hall of Fame.
Chris Webber's in the Hall of Fame. It took him like 8 tries.
Exactly. So what
But
that tell you?
but Pascal Siakam.
But my point
does
is
shit
that
more shit than him.
Pascal
Huh?
Siakam,
Pascal Siakam has done more shit than him. In his
it's
career.
The
similar.
only thing he's won is 1 championship. That's the only thing he's done better. That's the only thing.
That's a big.
I understand
thing.
that. I
And,
get
and
that.
against
How
who
many,
and
how many
what
first
and how
teams
they did
what's
it.
man got?
Chris got total 6 All NBA selections, 1 first team, 3 second teams, and 1 third team.
So if he plays,
so-
if he
But
plays
here's the
5 more
thing.
years, you
and
think
more
he could get
NBA
over?
and
But-
more
but-
and more All-Star selections.
He's
right?
got 2 more All-Star selections.
Wow.
But this
But
is
that's
what
not that far off.
But Ray-
a championship adds is the
But what I'm saying is
the gap right
what
there.
I'm saying is he still took him how many tries?
But I don't think.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
And I say he used to be on a ballot. I
but
didn't
Ray,
say
that
he
that
didn't.
Oh
that
yeah.
Pascal-
I wouldn't say that he won't be on
He
the
ain't gonna
ballot.
be
I
first
just
team.
said I don't know if he's gonna get in there. That's what I was saying.
he ain't gonna be first team though. Like first
ballot.
unanimous first
Fuck
ballot.